developed on the same level of the conflict.
Okay, Mr. Ferdsley, we have an F-16 pilot that was killed during this massive attack, which makes me also ask you, why is there special focus particularly on that F-16 pilot in the media? And how do you actually reassess the effectiveness of NATO's military aid in countering intensifying air campaign?
I'm delighted to join you today from Athens. I think the media focus on the F-16 is justified because in war, symbols and psychology are very important. It's an emblematic airplane, and I guess it was an F-16 Falcon V-72. So what does it mean, F-16 Falcon V-72? It's the latest model, and it costs $80 million a piece. And to train a high-level Ukrainian colonel from the Ukrainian Air Force, and there aren't many of these, to train him in Paris or London or Berlin takes more than a year.
Okay.
And so what the value of the destruction of one single F-16 72V with the pilot is the equivalent of $100 million. And the Russians obliterated that in a few seconds yesterday. What I'm coming at is Ukraine is bleeding, and this war is not sustainable. But it's more than hardware. So it's more than, symbols and the cost of an airplane. It goes deeper than that. The world changed dramatically 5 months ago. 5 months ago was when President Trump entered the White House for the second time. Why did it change dramatically? Because the second Trump presidency is very different from the first one, because in his first presidency, Trump's things were clipped. He did not have control of the Republican Party. His own party was to a large extent hostile to him. Why? Because his own party was controlled by an ideological political group called neocons, neoconservatives. But what Trump did, he completely destroyed the neocons within his own party, which are now reduced to a tiny faction. And you mentioned Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham, the only pro-Ukrainians are left. He's a leftover. He's a leftover from the neocon era. He's a dinosaur, and they are a dying breed. So it's a big change which happened in the past 5 months, and the Ukrainians and the Europeans refuse to understand that the world has changed dramatically. So in the past 33 years, including the first Trump presidency, when Trump's leeway was very limited, the world was based on something called, the neoconservative, neoliberal agenda. That agenda has collapsed. And to make a long story short, we have entered a new era where there are only two superpowers, China and America. And what we're witnessing now is really an acceleration of the techno-industrial military Cold War II, pitting China against America, and Europe is increasingly irrelevant. Russia is no longer a superpower. However, in the eyes of Washington and Beijing, Russia is very important because it's a pivot nation. It's a very important nation to have on your side.
Let me go back to Mr. Markov. Sir, Putin recently hinted at peace talks